When we talk about our choices, often what comes to mind is those big, life-changing decisions. But what about those choices that we don't even realize we're making because they're so ingrained? Just our brain running on autopilot. I think if we focus on who we are in those moments and start to make the decision aligned with the person we want ourselves to be, our life will change. I believe that real change starts small and is more about consistency than anything else. We are what we continuously do. Studies have shown that making an effort to persevere makes more of an impact long term than our natural ability. I wish I could tell you that reading multiple books a month or going on adventures comes naturally to me. It doesn't. It's something that's important to me, and I make a conscious effort to include in my daily life. I have spent countless weekends curled up on the couch, binging a TV show. Now I have a list of things that I want to do when I have time. Visit a cafe. Check out a museum. Go on a picnic. Do something creative. Try out a new restaurant. Or even go for a walk. I also have books downloaded, so if I find that perfect bench, I always have something at my fingertips that I can read in a beautiful place. I thought that if I had a job where I could work remotely, I would finally go on those adventures I had always spent my commute dreaming about. However, the reality was that for the first 2 months, I barely left the house on work days. Sometimes Friday would come and I'd realize the last time I had stepped foot out of my apartment had been the previous weekend. I had somehow been under the illusion that if my circumstances had changed, I would change with them. I'm starting to see that's not how it works. If I want my life to look a certain way, the only person who can make that happen is me. The last book I read had a therapist who had given up her practice. She said that the hardest part of the job had been seeing the same patients year after year, where nothing in their life really changed. She had described them as still lives, like a painting. She realized it was because they weren't willing to look at themselves. Instead, they were much more comfortable blaming their unhappiness on factors outside of their control. I don't want to have a still life. I want a big, magical, messy life. While looking at myself can be difficult, there is comfort in that if I created the problems, I also have the power to be the solution. This time in my life has allowed me to reflect on my daily choices. Notice the ways they impact my day-to-day, but also the whole picture. It would be easy for me to lean into thoughts of feeling defeated, alone, far away from home and all that's familiar. I could go back to Minnesota and ask my wonderful friends and family for support as I rebuild my life piece by piece. While there would be nothing wrong with that choice, it's not the right one for me. Often our opportunities don't come to us in the way we had expected. Since I was a little girl, I felt that the world was too large for me to spend my whole life in one place. When I was about to approach 30 and I was still living in the same state where I grew up, I wondered if maybe it was just one of those childhood dreams. I continued to read stories about women who bravely moved to somewhere new and imagined that one day it would be me. At 32, it was my turn to pack up my bags with the one-way ticket. When I imagined the next time I would be on a plane, I thought it would be jet-setting around the world with my love. Instead, it's another one-way ticket, but this time with cuddly companions Simon and Gus. We'll be off to Albania soon, ready to explore new foods, friends, and places.
Happiness. You're so sweet. Yes, you are.
Can you guess which of these paintings is going to come with me to my apartment in Albania? I have always wanted to experience living in Europe, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I have so much gratitude for everything I have gained from moving to Lebanon. If it wasn't for taking this chance, who knows if I would have been ready to move to another country where I don't know anyone, the language, or what my future holds. The more I observe my life, I see that uncertainty is a constant, no matter what path I choose. So I might as well go for the one that will help me continue to grow. In the words of one of my favorite authors, the braver I am, the luckier I get.